So the Fijians have just announced their wider squad for the upcoming games late July, early August. And then, of course, they will build into that World Cup, perhaps with a few different names there, just like they have for this 45-man squad that is going to be taking on the likes of Tonga, Samoa, and Japan in the near future. But looking through at this side, there are some very talented Fijian players all across this side. We will start with the loose head props. It is going to be Pini Ravai, Hiriti Hitet, Roni Maui, and also Meli Tuni. So you will notice quite a few Fijian Drua players throughout this squad. I believe there's 23 to be exact, which is pretty awesome. So many Fijian Drua players will now possibly have the opportunity to play in a World Cup. For the hookers, it is Sam Matavesi, Tavita Ikanaveri, who has been doing very well for the Fijian Drua throughout this year. Tariel Togiotama and also Mizulami Dolokoto, the last of the four hookers. For the tight head prop side of things, they have Gomasaki Donge, Luke Tangi, Samu Tawake, and also Hone Kuroi Dua. So pretty strong in the front row department for the Fijians. For the upcoming series, looking at the second row, it will be Asoa Nasilasila, Api Ratanoia Rawa, and then also Timo Maya Navanua. So a couple Fijian Drua boys there in the back row. Lavani Bortia, the beast, does play for La Rochelle. Now the thing is, that man can also play in the back line, so you've got a huge benefit of having him somewhere in a squad, whether it is in a forward or a back position. Also Viliami Mata, then next Meri Derialangi, the Fijian Drua captain, hoping to take his side onto a victory over the Crusaders this weekend for the Super Rugby Pacific quarterfinals. Valeve Mira also in that Fijian Drua starting lineup. And then Kitioni Kamikamita, the last of the back row. In the second rowers slash back rowers, it will be Albert Tuisui. Spent a bit of time playing for the London Irish. Can't do that anymore. Pathiliato also in this side. Lekima Takivalu, Joe Tamani, and also Tia Ehuaru Tharekadavita. And he adds quite a bit of versatility there. Can play in the locks, can play in the loose forwards. Overall, pretty physical four-pack for the Flying Fijians. Looking through at the scrum halves, it will be Frank Lamani, Semi Kuruvoli, and also Pini Matawalu. The fly halves, pretty much looking like the Fijian Drua with a bit of a hint of a Ben Vula. It's going to be Tititella, Cameron Muntz, and Ben Vula. Don't know what that transition was. She works for now. Inside centre, it's going to be Joshua Tuisova, Kalaveti Ravovo, and then also Adria Fafangi. Then in the outside centres, Waisia Naya Falevu has been playing a lot of his rugby in France, tearing it up in the top 14. Or Sefo Masi, who's had a phenomenal Super Rugby Pacific season for the Drua, scoring the most tries out of any Fijian Drua player. And then Seta Tamani Valu recently played in the World 15 versus Barbarians game. Looked pretty decent in that outside centre role, so I'm sure that will be the case for Fiji in the upcoming games. For the back three, Vinay Habosi, great to see that man in the squad. He had an absolutely awesome season for the Fijian Drua last year, which then actually led to him getting a Racing 92 contract for this year in the top 14. I haven't seen him get a huge amount of game time as of yet, but when that man has space, he is able to create some pretty epic tries. Also there, Jita Wainanyolo, Celestino Ravatamande, he's able to play on the wing, also can play at fullback, and Eliza Drua Sisi. So plenty of Fijian Drua flair for the back three here. Then the last players, the utility players, Semi Rara, he also played in that World 15 versus Barbarians game. Sareli Mangwala, and also Vilimoni Botitu, the last man in this Fijian side. But I should mention their first game, it is going to be up against the Tongans. That is on the 22nd of July, followed by the game the week after, up against the Samoans. So there's going to be some pretty awesome games coming up. We're going to get to see that chemistry start to build for the Fijians as they get closer and closer to that Rugby World Cup in France. But I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Do let me know what you think of this Fijian training squad. 45 players, pretty big, but maybe a couple other guys we would have liked to see make their way in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all for the next one.